You guys, welcome back to King Ols, and apparently, there are rumors going around that apparently Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn have sent Tank a contract to fight. So we could be seeing Tank versus Conor Benn. It's a real weird one in my opinion. These two have been going back and forth for a while, but let's be real. This fight doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It doesn't, and who knows how serious Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn are being about this? Like, what will the offer actually be like? So, what I'm thinking is, and I have seen a lot of other people saying this, and I 100% agree, is that I believe that I believe that Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn have obviously sent Tank an offer which most likely would be low, which would make Tank end up rejecting that offer, and then Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn are going to be shouting around that Tank duck Conor, but when the money clearly wasn't there for Tank, and it was just a ridiculously low offer, and they're gonna because I truly believe that Eddie Hearn, I highly doubt believes that Conor Benn can beat Tank. So they're trying to put Conor Benn around these big names like Tank. But Conor Benn's not going up fighting them though. It's so obvious he won't. If this fight does happen, Tank wins this fight easily, especially basing it off of Conor Benn's last performance and looking at Tank's last performance. Tank's easily beating Conor Benn in my opinion, 100%. Conor Benn's fought literally nobody's his whole career. People would say the same about Tank, but let's be real. I do feel like Tank's resume is definitely underrated in my opinion. There are decent names on there, such as obviously Rowley, Ryan Garcia, Isaac Cruz. Hector Garcia is not even a bad name on the record either. I do think Tank's got an underrated resume. Conor Benn's is not great if we're being completely honest. It's not. He's there fighting Peter Dobson, an old washed up Samuel Vargas, Granados, who was old as well. Conor Benn's not got the best of resume, if we're being honest. He has not. And Tank's way more. Conor Benn's not fought someone like Tank. Tank's really calculated, really good with his work, very smart in the ring. Tank's inside work is absolutely ridiculous. It's a really dangerous fight for Conor Benn, to be honest with you. And for Conor Benn, I don't know why he's just not sticking to fight at his normal weight, welterweight. That's what he should do. I don't really see any point in him wanting to fight a Tank who's 2 weight classes below him anyway. But no, look, Tank beats Conor Benn anyway. But I feel like it's a pointless fight for both guys. I feel like Tank should fight bigger and badder opponents. That's what I think he should do. Tank should be in there against the winner of Loma and Cambosis, or against the winner of Rowley and Isaac Cruz in a rematch or something like that. I don't know, but I feel like there's definitely better fights out there for Tank, in my opinion. There 100% is. Tank versus Shakur. There are better fights and bigger money fights out there for Tank. But obviously, one thing that does make me think that this fight against Conor Benn for Tank is a possibility is that there is rumors that, there was, of course, rumors going around that Tank's next fight is going to be in the UK. I did make a video another week saying if Tank fights in the UK against some of the opponents that I said, it most likely wouldn't sell out. But I feel like if Tank does fight Conor Benn in the UK, Conor Benn wasn't on the list that I was speaking about, then this could possibly sell out the O2, in my opinion. I do feel like it's a big fight where a lot of UK fans will be interested in. And let's be real, all of us will be cheering for Tank. Let's be honest. None of us in the UK really like Conor Benn, especially with what's been going on with him and the whole, drug situation and stuff. And we'd all be cheering on Tank Davis. I obviously would anyway, because Tank's one of my favorite fighters. Look, let's be real. Tank easily wins this fight, but I honestly don't know how genuine the offer is from Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn. I feel like they're just trying to associate Conor Benn around these big names, just like they were doing with Haney as well. Conor Benn's not going to fight Haney, never going to happen. They're just trying to, Eddie Hearn is being clever here, in my opinion, like he's been trying to be with his whole promotion of Conor Benn. He's been trying to be very clever, such as, trying to make the Eubank fight happen and secretly hide those drug test results, even though eventually the Daily Mail broke the news. But yeah, and just the way they're going about the whole situation with the steroid thing as well. You know, Eddie Hearn's trying to be very clever with it, and I feel like he's being clever here as well. They're going to try and make out that like Tank's stuck in Conor Benn, and that they can't get the Devin Haney fight over the line. Like, I feel like he's been very clever with his promotion of Conor Benn, putting him around these big names, but then Conor Benn's not going to exactly be fighting a great name. Next up, he's obviously going to be fighting someone better than Pete Dobson, but you know it's still not going to be a great name who Conor Benn's up against in this next one, in my opinion. And I feel like Eddie Hearn knows that probably Tank can't beat Haney or Tank, so he's not going to make them fight them. But he's going to be associating Conor Benn's name with them, and then they're going to make out that they're ducking Conor Benn. But then in the end, Conor Benn's going to be up against some opponent who's not great at all, and that's someone that Conor Benn can beat. Because basing off Conor Benn's last two performances, he's not beating these guys. He's not. Like, you know, he's off the steroids now. It's clear to see, and he's not the same guy. He hasn't got the same power that he had. So yeah, and also after all that time off, you know, the explosiveness is not there. He's not the same kind of fighter, and you know and just overall, this bit isn't because of the juice, by the way. Like, his overall defense against Pete Dobson was not great at all, and that bit's not because of the juice, because the juice doesn't affect that kind of stuff. That doesn't affect Conor Benn's defense, but you know the juice can of course affect his endurance though, and Conor Benn's endurance is not the same. Let's be honest, it's not. So it's clear he was on the juice. He's now off the juice, but yeah, if Conor Benn's taken that many, you know, shots against Pete Dobson that he was doing in those mid rounds, imagine what Tank's going to do to him when he gets up close with Tank's non-stop pressure, and then when he's able to get on the inside. It's going to be a real tough night for Conor Benn. Conor Benn's not fought someone as smart as Tank. His feints are really good, and when he gets on the inside, Tank's a really, really dangerous fighter, and Conor Benn's not going to like it when Tank's really getting his work going on him. So yeah, it's a dangerous fight for Conor Benn. I honestly don't think him or Eddie Hearn really want this fight. They're just trying to, you know, get Conor Benn's name out there. Then he's not going to fight exactly a big name. I feel like Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn are trying to be smart, but yeah, let's be real. There's no way that Conor Benn beats Tank. Zero chance, in my opinion. Tank absolutely destroys him. Anyway, gonna end this video here. Thanks for watching the video. Okay, I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.